It's time for Around the Ozarks News, brought to you by the Springfield-Greene County Park Board, Blue Current, and Thompson Sales. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Foreheads.
Good Monday morning to you. Hope you had a great weekend, a refreshing weekend. We're closer to Christmas and a little bit of news to share with you today.
All right. The Shepherd's Family Adventure Park in Branson has some trouble on its hands. The two ladies who were injured on the mountain coaster there last month are now suing them in federal court. They claim that the park's policy is that two adults over 16 should not have been in the same cart together, and that their combined weight was awfully close to the limit, the maximum weight limit on that ride. More than that, their attorneys are saying that the park removed certain wording from its website after the incident, saying that they were trying to cover up its missteps. That lawsuit also claims that when the ladies were ejected from the coaster, you might remember that back in November, that they suffered catastrophic injuries and will never be the same again after riding the Copperhead mountain coaster. However, news reports right after the incident that had quoted Taney County fire officials, they classified the women's injuries as moderate. So seems like two different takes on what actually happened, and it looks like a judge will now sort it all out.
It's interesting to me that they had video rolling the entire time. So they had their phones out, or at least one phone
that
out.
That too, which is very interesting because it is impossible to do that on a roller coaster. Like Silver Dollar City, they will stop the coaster in its tracks if someone pulls out a cell phone, as they should, because that's a flying projectile,
Yeah.
So
we'll see. I don't know.
I know. And I think it's interesting that Taney County called it moderate injuries because define moderate. You know what I'm saying?
Define moderate.
So
yeah, that's a
give me your terms. What are your terms? That sounds like homeschooling, doesn't it? Give me the definition. What do you mean by that? All right. Missouri State is on the hunt for a new provost. The current one, John Jasinski, was set to retire in June of next year. But instead, he's deciding to leave now. His last day on campus will be December 20th. A search committee is scheduled to do interviews for the position starting in January. No word yet on why his early exit.
I'm sure there are lots of theories, but I'd like to find out why myself. We'll get on that. The Community Foundation of the Ozarks gave $120,000 worth of grant money to some local nonprofits for diversity, equity, and inclusion, DEI. The American Indian Center of Springfield, Leadership Springfield, Missouri State University, just a few of the organizations to receive some of that grant money. CFO says the money is designed to improve the quality of life for underserved and underrepresented communities.
Okay. Christmas is bright in Reed Spring for several families. About 1,000 kids in Stone County are going to find some presents under the tree after their parents or guardians took part in the Unite Table Rock Lake Toy Drive. So they got to pick out some Christmas presents for the kids. If you missed out on the one over the weekend, they are open again today. The toy store, it's from 10 to 7 at the New Testament Church in Reed Spring.
Okay.
Meanwhile, speaking of, the Reed Spring Pizza Company location in Nixa is now closed. Owners are looking for a new location to reopen the popular pizza spot. They say the building that they leased in Nixa had safety concerns and a lot of maintenance problems that made it impossible to stay open. So it could be several more months before they reopen in a new spot in Nixa. But of course, the original is in Reed Spring.
It is. You did a story on them a long time ago, right?
Oh, man, many, many years ago. And then you and I, on a different occasion, went and ate there. Do you remember that?
I do. We took a road trip to Reed Spring.
We took a road trip to eat there, and it was fantastic. So I was sad about the mishap in Nixa. That's a bummer of a deal for them, but sounds like they are on the hunt for a new spot.
Yeah, it's just a matter of, you got to find a spot, and then you got to move in and get ready to open. So they think it could be up to a year before they're open again. So they're working on it. Meanwhile, a huge win for the Missouri Tigers basketball team yesterday. Did you see that? They took down their border state rival and, of course, the number 1 ranked Kansas Jayhawks. They will not be ranked number 1 after this week. It was the Tigers' first win over Kansas since 2012, so a big one indeed for MU. The basketball team is now 8-1 on the young season, and the big bragging rights Illinois game is coming up in a few weeks. I'm an Illinois fan, so I will be. I used to go to that game all the time in St. Louis. I will be watching, and could be a good one this year.
Back when Ethan took me on hot dates, I went to that game too.
That's right. We went up to St. Louis for that.
And then
game.
we had 3 children.
I was going to say before children. I'm pretty sure. Yeah,
it was before kids. Yes,
I've been to that game. The Missouri Tigers football team, meanwhile, is headed to Nashville to play in the Music City Bowl. They'll play the Iowa Hawkeyes from the Big Ten Conference at 1:30 on Monday, December 30th. Number 19 ranked Tigers were 9-3 in the regular season, and they have never played in the Music City Bowl before. So this will be a first, taking on Iowa. And to the south, the Arkansas Razorbacks will play in the Liberty Bowl in Memphis, Tennessee, on December 27th at 6 p.m. The Hogs will play Texas Tech Red Raiders. Razorbacks were 6-6 on the season. Not a great season. They lost to Missouri, of course. Texas Tech was 8-4. So that will be the Liberty Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
And it was, it was a great football season for the Nixa Eagles, but they came up just short in their bid for a state championship last Friday. Nixa lost to DeSmet out of the St. Louis area in the Class 6 state championship game up in Columbia. The final score, 35-20. A lot of people went up for that game.
And Lamar pulled it out too, right? Lamar won, I do believe.
So.
That's exciting for them. Yeah.
The third state title. It's the third state title for DeSmet. The second state runner-up for Nixa. The Eagles finished the season 13-1.
That's cool. That's cool.
It's a great season. Well, that coach came, I don't know, 5-6 years ago.
Yeah.
From where'd he come? Alabama or Louisiana, someplace like that. Maybe Mississippi. It's one of those southern states. But he was all fired up when he got here. I remember we were in the news and we covered it. And man, he's made his mark already. Now they're in championship games and really turned around Nixa football.
Yeah, that's awesome. Lamar did win over Fair Grove, which Lamar is a powerhouse. Fair Grove, though, it would have been their first Class 2 state championship, but couldn't pull it off. But at least it's 2 local teams. That's fun. Okay. Finally, congratulations to our friends at Silver Dollar City. Speaking of winning, the Ozarks theme park is once again voted as the best theme park holiday event for the 7th time in the USA Today poll by readers. So that's what makes it really cool. Silver Dollar City is famous for its 6.5 million Christmas lights that decorate the park. SDC also has a pretty incredible 8-story tall Christmas tree right as you walk in at the main entrance, as well as a live nativity. Silver Dollar City's Old Time Christmas lasts from now through January 4th. If you want to get out there and see it live in person. And you should.
It's always a good time. And I'm sure the crowds have been crazy so far this year because it's not been too cold. It's been fairly reasonable.
Reasonable is a good word. My friend and I went for fall, like the Halloween, not really Halloween, but fall fest. And then we have not yet been back for Christmas. So I kind of want to go see it myself, to be honest with you.
We go every year for Christmas at some point over Christmas, and that's a lot of lights to take in, but I think we see almost every one.
Yeah, it's so fun.
Feels like it.
All right, well, we got a couple contests to tell you about. We have the Branson Bowl, of course, and Deck the Halls. So, Ethan, I'll let you go first.
The Branson Bowl.
Deck the Ozarks. I don't know why I said Deck the Halls. Fitting, right?
Yeah, right. Go to aroundtheozarks.com. That's where you'll find all our contests. But for the Branson Bowl, you want to click on contest and click on, Branson Bowl. And you will need a keyword to do that. I'll give you that in a second. But Sarah, tell them what they win this week.
Okay. This week, if you win the Branson Bowl, you get a signed jersey from Justin Ross. Yeah. And let me tell you some fun facts about Justin Ross. He won the college football national championship with Clemson in 2019. And then he's won 2 Super Bowl championships with the Chiefs.
Yeah.
He missed the entire 2020 season due to a condition of his neck and spine. Had to have surgery for that. He got a medical red shirt after the surgery and was awarded the Brian Piccolo Award by the ACC. So he's a winner all around, sounds like, on and off the field, a fighter. And you'll get a signed jersey from him and some Branson official vacation destination of the Kansas City Chiefs custom gear.
That is
It's
correct.
A mouthful.
It's a mouthful, but it's worth saying because it's good stuff.
All right. Did you already give him the keyword?
I did not. That's coming up.
They need that. What is the keyword?
I was making them wait for the keyword till we get to the 10:30 mark of the podcast.
All right. Hit me with it.
The keyword is golf.
Golf. Okay. Ethan used to drive a Golf.
I did. My very first car was a Golf.
His very first car. I think they asked me that on like the Not So Newlywed game, and I've never even heard of a Golf until then.
Yep.
And now I know. I'm just older. I mean, you're just older and wiser, right?
Well, now you're older as well, so
it's the
happens
truth.
to the best of us.
Oh, it's true. Okay, we have one more contest to tell you about. It is at aroundtheozarks.com, and I don't know if you've looked at the submissions yet, Ethan, but they are pretty remarkable.
Pretty spectacular.
So what you need to do, they are spectacular. You need to go to aroundtheozarks.com, click on Deck the Ozarks, and you can submit your one single picture of what your decking the halls looks like. But there are some really cute ones on here, and one of them is just hilarious. It is the lampstand, the leg, like the from It's a Wonderful Life. No, not It's a Wonderful Life. Yeah.
Christmas Story.
No. A Christmas Story. Sorry. I'm getting all my titles confused here. But it's just funny because one picture is that, and that's pretty cute. So the listeners get to vote on this because it is going to be fair. The listeners get their final say as to which one is the best.
They can recruit voters.
And you can recruit voters. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
That's
go vote for my picture and let me win some stuff.
So anyway, you need to go vote now because now we've gotten the submissions in. Now it's time to go vote. And the winner gets 4-pack of annual passes to Wonders of Wildlife. So that's a fantastic Christmas present.
That's great. Absolutely.
And then you also get a $100 gift card to Jim's Steakhouse and Pub.
Yep,
so it's a really nice gift for a family to enjoy, or maybe some grandparents to take their grandkids. But that's it. That's our contest. Those are the prizes. They're super cool and good timing on Christmas. And happy almost mid-December, if you can believe that.
Yep, we're getting close. Christmas is right around the corner. We hope you have a fantastic week this week as we get closer to Christmas. And I guess we'll be back tomorrow, right?
Yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. We'll see you then.
Do it all over.
Let's do that.
Yeah, see you.
Bye. Wait.